Hey everyone, welcome back to the Problematicast. Episode 2. I said it wrong, but it's okay. I'm here with my two guests. You guys say your names?
Riley.
I'm Lucas.
Alright. And, someone has a joke to start. Riley, was it you?
Yeah.
Why was the stadium so hot? 'Cause all the fans left. How did you forget that?
God, Riley, you blew your chance.
Hey.
Actually, this isn't your debut. You've been on my vlogs, but still.
Yeah, I forget a lot of things.
Dude, oh my god.
So this podcast is going to be more of a relaxed, chill podcast, as it's, 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, it was about 1.
Yeah. And I have my family here, but...
So we're not gonna scream.
You know, Luke, I want you to tell me about your day.
My day?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What about, I got school and stuff. How did school go for you?
Well, periods, we have 4 periods throughout the day. And periods 1 and 2, I have Mr. Riley to the left of me. And then periods 3 and 4, I have Bobby Shores.
That's me.
And so for period 1, I have culinary with Mr. Green over here. And today we were cutting chicken. And my table group did this fucking awful job of cutting the chicken. I had to go back and
They had half the chicken left on the bone.
yeah, I had to fix her up a little bit. They didn't want me at all to cut it, and I was like, just fuck off, I gotta do that.
I know you work in food too, even if it's not chicken. Or do you ever have to cut meat?
Do I have to cut meat?
Yeah,
all the time at my work.
All right, yeah, I was gonna say. Plus, even if you didn't, you work in food.
No, at my work,
no,
it's a cafe.
They
we make sandwiches and shit.
I thought you just made pastries and shit.
Well, yeah, I do also.
You know what's funny? I just realized is that I can say their names because it's such a common name. Is with the teachers, you got Mr. Green with Riley, and you got Mr. White with me.
No, yeah, that's right. You said Mr. Green with Riley. Just so you know.
What?
You said Mr. Green with Riley.
Okay, I can't.
His name is Green.
I got confused.
Riley Green.
Yeah, but I thought you were talking about whatever the Spanish teacher's name is. Mr.
Darian.
Green.
Oh, fuck. I hated him.
Oh wait, okay, that's a good one. What are some of your favorite teachers that you've ever had? Since we're talking good, we can say their names.
Well, we talked about the shittiest teachers last time.
We were just talking about one specific one, weren't we?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
I don't like
my favorite is definitely Duggan.
Yeah.
Duggan. He's great.
He's
great.
He's my all-time favorite teacher.
I came in the other day and I was like, Duggan, I lost my pencil. My favorite pencil. He's like, oh no! And then he went around trying to help me and he was like, what color is it? And I was like, green. I was like, whatever, it's just a pencil. He's like, I promise if I find it, I'll give it to you. I'm like, sweet dude.
He always stops class to show us random videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and he always has a story.
You know the blood bank?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You could take that to the bank. The blood bank. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I love Duggan. He's definitely my favorite teacher. The second one to that, or what's your guys' Riley? What's your favorite? Duggan?
Yeah.
Of all time?
Of
high school or
all time?
All time.
Well, that's kind of hard though, because
middle school wasn't that great.
Well, in middle school, there was barely any good
2
teachers.
alright ones.
Well, I went to different schools, so.
Yeah, he went to, so I guess it'd have to be high school.
Elementary school was pretty good.
My least favorite teacher of all time, since she doesn't work in the school anymore, was Evans. She was an English teacher.
Oh, I never had her.
She was okay. First of all, she was not. This isn't messing you're a bad person, but she was extremely overweight. What are you doing? Why are you standing up?
Stretch my legs.
You're so antsy.
It's his first time on a podcast.
He's
he doesn't
nervous.
know what the fuck to do, so
yeah.
he can't just sit down and not do something.
No,
But,
I was
Evans,
stretching my legs.
But Evans, the English teacher, in freshman year, that's where I met Kyle's friend. I'm not gonna say his name because he's never. I guess actually he's been on my channel, so Martin. But I met him there, and that was where there was another kid in that class I was friends with. That he was talking. He always used to talk about every class. He had to talk about his penis. Every single class, he had to mention every single time how big his penis was. That means
small.
It means he has a small. It doesn't even. I don't care how big his penis is. Why do? Okay, the thing is guys care what other guys think about their penis, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Girls, yeah, I get it. You want them to think you have a big penis.
Did I say on this podcast when I saw a special ed's penis?
What?
Maybe.
Yeah, I want you to bleep the name, but
Oh no, him.
So it was second grade or whatever, and I'm like, I guess I gotta go to the bathroom to take a piss or whatever. I walk in, and then he's like taking a piss and we're just doing his thing, and he like turns around and his like pants are on the floor, and this guy had a man penis in second grade. It was
of course
hairy,
he did.
And he was like, "Hey, Luke," and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And you know what else?
And it's just, oh god, it's scarring. But me and him, we've been homies for quite a bit.
Yeah, same. I've been pretty good friends with them for a while too, like middle school and stuff like that. Well, oh yeah, but I was gonna say about Evan's class. The reason why she was such a bad teacher was because she would like, first of all, she would never get off of, like, she would walk maybe like twice per class, like from like her back desk, like her front desk back to her back desk, and she'd always just play the same movie over and over again. That was a really boring movie, and she would she didn't know how to spell. She would spell everything wrong as the English teacher. Like, I had to correct her multiple times. And then she'd get annoyed and get mad. Because, like, my participation grade went down one time because I kept on correcting her on spelling. Because she'd spell things so bad. Like, she could only, like, sound things out. And she was, like... And she was completely biased. Like, she was actually really nice to me, so I got higher grades. Whereas other people she didn't like, they got lower grades in her class.
That's bullshit.
And then she apparently chose to retire at the end of the year.
Oh.
Which means she probably threatened to fire her, and she's like, I'll just quit so I don't have to...
I guess we could talk about the librarian.
Oh, that's a good one.
I got kicked out of the library, like, 2 days ago.
So, so let me give some backstory. During our break, which is between first and second period, is about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, me and, like, all of us and our friends all go sit down at one of the tables in the library, because it has, like, comfy chairs. It's a pretty big table. It's got, like, 2 chairs on each side, plus on the far ends, it's got 1 chair each. But, so a total of, like, 6 chairs. But, so, the thing is, we have a big group of friends, and a lot of people we don't kind of want to be there. But,
oh, yeah, that one girl with the braids. Like, who is she? Oh, yeah,
she's a white girl, and she's got, like, she always wears, like, some sort of cartoon shirt, and she's got dreads. But they're not even, like, purposeful dreads. I feel like she just doesn't know how to wash her hair. But the librarian comes over the other day and she starts.
It was
the assistant.
It was the assistant or whatever, and she came over and she was talking to us and she said, "You guys can't stand around. You guys have to. You can't. Or like, there's only this many to a table. 6 to the table."
I was standing up and someone else was standing up.
I think Johnny was that Johnny that time.
Yeah, but he left, so it didn't really matter.
Left.
Yeah, Johnny just left right away.
It was him
because the day before the librarian came over and Johnny was standing there and was talking to Jared, and then all of a sudden the librarian comes over and tells Johnny he has to leave. He can't stand there. She's like, "Oh, okay." So he's starting to say goodbye to Jared in like maybe 2 sentences, and like halfway through, the librarian comes over. It's like, "When I say leave, you actually have to leave." And it was literally like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened was, like, I was standing around. The assistant comes up. She's like, "You can't stand here. You have to sit down." I'm like, "Oh, okay, whatever." So I physically, like, sit down on the floor next to Bobby, and then she goes up and fucking tattles on me like a little child.
To the 500-pound librarian.
The 500-pound librarian. And the librarian comes up and is like, you need to leave. You're causing so much trouble. You're causing a ruckus. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I love you. I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's like, I love you. Whatever.
I was like, I love you. I love you guys. See ya.
Yeah.
No, what you did is you sat on the floor, and then she freaked out.
Yeah.
And then got pissed.
I know. Yeah. They were both like all of us were mad, but he was like showing it and that made him more mad. So then like when we were leaving, both of the librarian and the assistant were both like, "This is just crazy. I don't know what they're doing, what they're thinking." It's like. There was, like, tons of the desks open. It wasn't like there was tons of people in the library. It's just that we all wanted to sit together.
Yeah.
Because we're all friends. And
it's like we're not doing fucking... We're just talking.
It's not like we're, like, jumping on top of the table.
Why do you have to waste your time to, like...
I know.
No,
get people
but then she's like, "Oh, go."
But like, the thing is, though, the tables are, like, big. Like, why can we only have like 6 people?
Yeah, 6 people to a table. It's
I mean, like, you could easily fit 8 people there.
Who cares?
You could easily fit 8 people.
And then there's, like, Mr. White, who... give less of a shit about anything.
I know. Well, no, he's in our class. Well, I don't know if I should actually say that because I feel like I'm getting in trouble.
It's weird because with his class, like I get really sad when there's a sub. I'm like,
yeah, I know. We always have horrible subs.
Yeah, the subs.
The one today actually wasn't that bad. I know she's probably bad normally, but she wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I heard.
That one sub we got that one time. That one time we got that sub, the random lady with their hairline all the way past like the back of her head. We were sitting in class, me, Luke, and Jared. Sorry, Riley, you don't get to be part of this.
I'm not in that class, so.
But we were sitting there and like I was talking probably like this loud, and then like other people were talking too, and she's like shh. But this wasn't like she was teaching. Like this was during a work time when we're all just like working on our packets or whatever for a lab we did, and then I started talking like maybe like this loud to them, and then she just started going shh again, and eventually I'm like whispering like I'm like okay, I'm like talking to them and stuff like that. And then she comes over again and goes, shh. And then, like, I literally am like, Luke and Jared can't even hear me because I'm talking so quiet. And she does it again. And it's not like I said, we're just doing a work time. It was ridiculous. It's funny how, like, the best teachers always have the worst subs. Mm-hmm. And the worst teachers always have the best subs.
Duggan's never had a sub, I don't think.
No, he had that Asian guy once.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But he was cool. Like,
he was whatever.
He counted me as absent for the day because I showed up 4 minutes late.
Yeah, you do that. You don't really care about that. I don't either.
I mean, like, I don't show up late, really. I just, I always get at the school at exactly 8, like, 5 minutes before the second bell rings.
I leave the house, like, 6 minutes, like,
no, you leave the house at, like, 7:58 and say, oh,
you
guys get there on time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's exactly 6 minutes.
Yeah, and, I mean, like, me and my sister started off the year leaving at 7:35. I live about, just for the people listening, I live about like a mile and a half from the school to drive there. Or actually, no, in the morning we drive the back way, so it's like 2 miles. But we always leave here at like 7:35. School starts at 8:05. Really? What time? But then that's what we did at the beginning of the year, and we moved to like 7:40 and 7:45. Now we're leaving at like 7:52. So I'm always getting to the school at like 8:01.
This is what I do. I wake up at 6:30, take a shower for like 20 minutes, and then I take another nap for 40 minutes. I wake up, pack shit together, and just leave. Call it good.
I've been waking up like 1 minute later every single day.
Yeah.
No, towards the end of the school year, I usually get up at like 6:30. Now, I'm lucky if I get up at 7.
We should say the classes we have with each other, because it's really not that many, but I have third period with Riley with weight training. And pretty much the entire class is just sitting off to the side and talking.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we can, like, do, like, when we're benching or whatever, we do stuff like that. But, like, during, like, always have an activity at the beginning, which is always really dumb. It's always, like, dodgeball, but there's way too many people crammed in. Like, how many people would you say are in the room when it's 2 classes?
Probably, 60.
No, I think it's more than that. Because there's more than 30 people in our class.
Yeah. So
it's probably, like, 80 people crammed into that one wrestling room, which is, like, the size of one basketball court. And we're trying to play dodgeball, and there's like 20 balls, and I'm like, what am I? I just sit. I usually just go sit down. I like pretend like we're out. But pretty much the entire class is me and Riley just talking about random stuff, and we should just bring the mic with us and just do a podcast at PE.
All the background noise.
Speaking of which, one thing me and Riley would like to talk about is random superpowers.
Wow, that's so random. Why would you ever want to talk about that, Bobby Shores?
Was that a good segue?
Not really.
That's fucking bad, dude.
That's like the kind of segue.
You gotta admit, that was a pretty good segue, because like...
How?
Because we're talking about classes, and then I transitioned to talk with me and Riley, because we actually legit do talk about superpower stuff in class.
Well, yeah.
I guess.
But that was a worse segue than the one that the fat person always gets.
What does that mean?
It was a joke about the physical segue.
Oh.
Like the thing you write on. Spelled differently.
Okay, I guess
we're
talking about superheroes.
But not like...
I don't think it's...
Not like... I don't really like the superhero talk just because everyone does that. More like really weird superpowers. Like, not just like invisibility, flying. Like, things that have like a cost. Like, what some ones we talked about, right? They like,
changing time, but if you get caught, then you're like stuck there forever.
Yeah, like
so wild.
Like, for example, well, we talked about, like, what would happen if you froze time and, like, would, like, all the airplanes that are flying just, like, freeze in midair?
Well, yeah.
But what if you only froze time for people? Because if you froze all of time, if you touched anything, it would, like, create a black hole. Or if you couldn't move because air would be frozen in time.
Every time The only way you can freeze time is snap of your fingers, but every time you froze time, you get frozen too. So it's like a one trick deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, what happens,
so it's useless.
What happens if because what was one of the things we talked about was what happens like if like you have the ability to freeze time, but when time's frozen, you die. This is time to like does the world just like end? Does time just stuck there forever?
Like the last episode of Futurama.
I don't watch that, but yeah.
Why didn't you watch that show?
Because it's dumb.
I forgot about that. I watched every single fucking episode.
I mean, like, Simpsons was okay, but I guess I only watched like a few episodes.
Ow, my! Ow, homie! Homie! Ned Flanders.
I can't do his voice.
Donuts. I can't do. Eat my shorts.
I used to be able to do like somewhat decent Peter Griffin impression.
I'm not good. I can do like I know Trevor can do Lois.
Peter.
I'm not gonna try because I know I'm gonna do really bad.
Peter.
Hey Peter. That's a joke.
Peter.
All right, wait. What's like think about this, right? Oh no, what was one of the things we talked about was you can reverse time like a few minutes, and everything will undo itself, but you still have the memories of it and you can take your phone with you. So like for example, like your phone, like if you record stuff, when you reverse time, the recordings will still save. It won't be undone. So like for example, like you could like take a test and once you get it back, take a picture of all the correct answers and like go back and go back in time so you actually have the answers. But like something more interesting was what we were talking about, crashing into cars, like going a car off a cliff and right before you hit the ground, reversing time.
God, this makes me think of JoJo. There's a part.
You with your JoJo.
where Rohan dies and they go back in time.
Spoilers.
And he's alive.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. And then like he's alive and all, but then he dies again. But then he's alive again.
I know that Rick and Morty probably did it on purpose. I actually don't know, but like they always have. It happened in It started with Back to the Future, and then there's one other one that I can't remember, but it's always an old man and like a teenage boy, like whenever there's time travel stuff. Because like I know Rick and Morty's not really as much time travel, but like it's always an old man and a young boy. Because like it started with that, and I can't remember what other one I was thinking about that was like that.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's where it started, but there was one in between. Anyway. Fuck.
Oh, here's a good. Would you rather piss every time you poop or poop every time you pee?
What?
Would you rather pee every time you poop or poop every time you pee?
Obviously pee every time I poop because I already do that, but if you pooped every time you peed, you have to poop so much.
Yeah, but you're already like sitting down, right?
Well, I don't sit down when I pee.
Well, when you take a poop, when you take a poop.
No, I'm saying like you said like poop every time you pee or pee every time you poop.
I'd rather poop every time I pee.
Because what?
So when you're pissing,
no, but I like
poop, it'd slip out of you.
Right. No. But you stand up at a urinal and you would poop. But if you only peed every time you pooped, then you would already be sitting down.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're arguing.
We're all on the same thing. We just said it in a different order.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that'd be bad to poop every time you peed. Because like you'd be standing up at the urinal and it just
slips out of you.
You hear my sister moving around out there. She's probably this wall is like so thin. She probably hears everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Good night.
She's in the bathroom, but okay.
She's probably pooping right now and peeing.
Don't go in the bathroom. That hurts you the worst. I'm gonna put this on the internet for everyone.
What is with that? Like girls' bathrooms are fucking so much worse.
I don't know, who was it that was saying out of our friend group that was saying like, oh no, girls' poops don't smell as bad, and like, because I've had to go in the bathrooms of McDonald's in the girls' bathroom, and they're always the worst.
Yeah, they're always the worst.
Well, that's because they spend more time in there than us. We're in and out.
Dude, I found fucking like feces on the ceiling.
And yeah.
How does that get up there?
Why?
I don't know, can you, like, McDonald's is so bad.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because remember, like, one time I had to clean the bathroom because, like, we were, like, not busy and I had nothing to do. And, like, I realized, I'm never cleaning the bathroom again.
But wait, how does that get up there, though? Because it's not like they're walking on the ceiling and they're, like, squatting on the ceiling.
I know there's some kid in elementary school that, like, drew his name and like shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And like he got in trouble. It's like, dude, come on.
That was in like 3rd grade, wasn't it?
What did you expect? Speaking of which, here's another funny special ed bathroom story. You know, right?
Yeah, I'll bleep out his name.
Remember that when he took a shit in the urinal and like the entire school was talking about it?
I don't remember that.
He took like a dump in the urinal and everyone like went in to look at it.
One time with him, I was like, hi, and then he's just like,
Okay, another story with him was it was like 3rd grade or something, you know, Trevor or whatever.
What, your friend Trevor?
Trevor, yeah. Trevor,
yeah, okay.
He was in class doing math or whatever, and like
doing math?
He comes in and he writes blue on the whiteboard, and then he comes and like hits Trevor in the head and runs away. And Trevor thought of he was terrified.
What does he have? Like what disability does he have?
He's down, dude.
No.
It's down, Bobby.
He does definitely not look like it then.
He is so down, dude. He's down to the ground.
No, but he doesn't have the facial features of it.
Yes, he does.
No?
Yes, he does. He totally does.
Maybe it's because he's so skinny.
I mean,
because whenever I imagine like they're not like fat, but like I always imagine those people having like more like chunky, I guess.
Like potato, like.
Oh, I was gonna say one of the work stories I had was at McDonald's. What I used to do on purpose is I would always like near the end, like when I had like an hour left on a long day, I'd always ask if they wanted me to take out the trash, which is weird. They always had me do it because I couldn't legally run the trash compactor because you have to be 18 to do it. Because if you get hurt, then they're responsible. But I used to go out there and like we'd have an hour left, and I'd purposely like take as much time as I could, because like. I would like, because there's first of all, there's tons of trash cans at McDonald's. Like, there's like 3 in the lobby, but then you go to like the back, there's probably like, I mean, there's one at the drive-thru, one at the fry stand, 2 at the fry stand actually. Then there's one by the shake machine, one by the register, you know, there's one by the ice cream machine, and then there's like 8 other ones in the back, plus 2 big ones. So like, you just take them out like one at a time, and you just keep coming back, and then it takes like, and then you have to do the recycling too.
Right. Because, like, taking the trash out is actually the best thing to do.
I know. It smells bad, but it's... and your hand's gonna sticky, but it's so worth it.
It is. It's like...
That and fries, because when I'm doing fries, all I have to do is, like... Because you're supposed to always look busy, because they have cameras in there, and, you know, the regional manager's a complete asshole.
That sucks.
And, like... Like, he's really stingy about stuff. And, so you always have to look busy. So what I would do is I loved working at fries... Because you would just all you literally have to do is just like keep moving them around with the thing, and then you just sit there and hold down the button. And they have like, since 2 people have headsets, because one's at the back drive-thru and one's at the fries, you would just talk to if he's your friend, you just talk to him the whole time.
But if it's
and then did you guys hear what used to do? He would I probably shouldn't say his name, but because he's not in our friend group. Grant I can say, but anyways, my knee kid.
Hey Bobby, you're gonna have fun editing this one. please bleep all of those out. So like, I know last podcast like you kind of like slipped it in where you
I just said like the beginning and the end.
You know what it was.
No, but with the knee kid, he used to always like, because work with me too, and he used to always get the toys that made noise, and he just like hold it whenever was taking an order, he just hold it up to the mic and hold down on it.
That pissed me off.
It was so funny. And then like what I used to always do is I'd freak out my managers because I'd always like pretend like someone was there, and I'd press the button and be like, "Hello, welcome to Wendy's. How can I help you?" And the managers would be like, "No," and they'd actually get like mad, and then I'd be like, "No, it's okay. There's no one there."
Just kidding.
One of the guys at my work that's actually the coolest one there, the one that always recognizes me, was he used to always show me like every day. He's addicted to video games, and every day he would show me a new picture on his phone, his like really crappy bootleg Android phone. He would show me something he did in Minecraft. And this guy's like 26 or something. And
does he wear Minecraft t-shirts?
No, he wasn't that bad.
Was he like, check it out?
But he kind of doesn't know what's like on cringy or not, because he doesn't have that much of a social life. But he works at McDonald's. He's an adult. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's true.
But
is he just staying there because he thinks he can get the manager job?
No, I mean him and his brother both work there, and he's worked there for a long time. And Anyway, one time, the first time he showed me a Minecraft thing, it was him and his brother thought it was hilarious because they made a bong in Minecraft out of blocks. And it's like, oh, and I was like, oh, that's so funny. And like, I'd be supportive and stuff like that. But he'd always like, it was always like the games he didn't know were cringy that are now, that he would play. But yeah, he's always like, yo, you should add me on Xbox Live. And I'm like, yeah. I never did. I still see him. He's always working. He's the heavyset guy with the shaved head if you ever go through.
I'll keep that in mind.
Just say, hey, oh, fuck.
God, it's going to be as bad as that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, let's be quiet and then we'll start a new one.
Huh?
Okay, Bobby, whoa. New segue. Whoa!
Segue.
So has anything spooky ever happened to you before, mister?
So we're talking about like paranormal stuff?
Yeah, just like any
Alright, I have some pretty good stories.
I do too, actually.
To start, I'll start with the biggest one, even though you're kind of supposed to save it. But I want to start with my biggest one. Was my cousins live on a farm, and it's like a farm. It's outside of Salem.
Ooh, spooky.
And it's like, you know, like the barn in the backyard. It was an old house. Like the house I think is 110 years old.
That's
and there was this one time where I slept in my cousin's room, and she slept like with her little sister or something like that. And I was sleeping in there, and in the middle of the night, I like woke up like scared. And then through the window, I could have sworn, I was really young, so it could have been different, but I could have sworn I saw like these like orbs float in. And it kept on like floating towards me, so I was like, oh, so I like closed my eyes because I knew I was probably imagining, opened it back up, and it was still there and getting closer. And I heard like this like weird like whispering noise. So I put a blanket over my head, and then I opened it back up. I saw my blanket sort of like light up on the outside, so. And that's pretty much all I remember.
Are you?
Oh, and then I fell asleep.
It wasn't your cousin's, Bobby?
And then I remember that I used to think it was real for a long time. The thing that happened next is I fell asleep and had a nightmare where like I was running through the house and like wolves kept on jumping down the window. And for the longest time I thought that actually happened, but that was a nightmare.
Do you guys know what shadow people are?
Yeah, where maybe I don't.
They're like fucking ghouls. No, what am I talking about? They're like black shadows. That,
yeah, they're shadows, but they're.
It's when like you're half awake, half asleep. Is the only time you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get goosebumps because those freak me out.
I've seen 2 in my entire life, and Jesus Christ, it is scary. And both times
I'm getting goosebumps. Look at me.
Dude, both times Trevor was sleeping like in the same room as me. We were like kids. Like he was on the floor.
And you just freaked out. The
first time was you know how like Slender Man came out?
Yeah.
That was
terrifying.
That was scary.
Well, I thought like I know it was just made up, but like there was a thing going around where it started in Germany or something.
Yeah.
And like there's been reported cases of it, so that freaked me out.
It was like the night we had like heard about it, and like it was like 3 a.m, whatever, and we're sleeping out. He was at my house, and like I woke up and I see this big fucking tall guy in a suit, like, and I can't believe it at first. I'm like, Trevor. And then he's like, what? And then, like, I look and he's gone. And then, like, I don't know. The second time was even worse. Because it was, like, 8th grade. He was over at my house.
Same person?
Yeah, same person.
Maybe it's just a thing with him.
And this one was probably scarred me for life. Because I woke up at, like, 1 or so. And I see this lady wearing a dress.
Oh, fuck.
Dancing around in a circle, twitching her fucking
I
head.
literally have goosebumps all up my arms because I know you're telling the truth.
No, and like, I just looked at her.
I'm not going to be able to sleep.
That's the point.
No,
actually.
I looked at her, I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay.
And so I closed my eyes and I opened them again and she's like gone or whatever. I'm like, Trevor, I just saw one again. He's like, holy shit. Because he sees them also.
This like, probably follows him.
Like, no, yeah, it's supposed to be like only some people get to see it, and I don't know. It's like a pretty.
But it's like only.
It's
when
not that common. But
it like, only happens when you're with.
I believe it.
God, it's fucking awful.
I may not be religious, but I believe in something higher than just this, like with ghosts and stuff like that. But anyway.
Okay, if you were a ghost, like, what would you do?
I would completely fuck around with people.
Exactly, that'd be fun.
I would like wait, like if I died and like if you guys were still alive, I would sit at the end of your bed and wait for you to be like, and then like just like, what does that be really creepy? And then also I'd jump towards you, I'd be ooga booga booga. Okay, I did want to tell a story. One of the things that was similar was like things that people might laugh at you for believing because they sound ridiculous, but like creatures you believe exist. one of them for me is I believe there could be a Sasquatch, but the one I was going to talk about was Wendigos.
I have no clue.
What's a Windigo?
A Wendigo is something that was made popular around Until Dawn, but it's a Native American thing they believe in, and in certain parts of Native American country, which includes around here, they believe, basically Oregon, Washington area, they believe that when you commit cannibalism, your body starts, over time, it transforms into this, like, beast with, like, they have, like, really thin, pale skin and bony, but you have, like, almost a deer-like head, or sometimes they're seen with, like, an alien-like head.
I think there's an episode of Lost Tapes about that.
Yeah, they have Wendigos.
Yeah.
And, I believe in them only because there was one time when I snuck out. This was long before anything, like, I got caught sneaking out.
Wait, can I stop real quick?
Yeah.
Don't they, like, if they hear you crying, they'll, like, take you away?
No, what they do is they, when they
hear... They're talking about that in Kaneda, like, they're talking...
Okay, I'm getting freaked out because I'm, like... What they do is what they've been known to do in stories and what I've actually personally experienced is they imitate voices. But, see, I'm like, because I'm getting all the memories and stuff like that, like, I'm literally, like, freaking out because I'm remembering everything. What they do is they try, if you have loved ones around, they'll try to imitate their voices, but you can tell it's different because it sounds like tape recorder playing. Because they'll be like, what was it that, this from the stories I heard, they hear, like, from their wife or whatever, because, like, their wife disappears or something like that, and they hear, like, help me. And then, like, the guy is like, hello? And it's the exact same tone and everything. Help me. Help me. But you can tell it's, like, it's repeating it, because it's like a parrot. But it perfectly imitates your voice, and,
I don't like that shit.
Well, the thing is, too, is it's not just that they're scary, it's that when they kill you, they don't kill you right away. They usually capture you, drag you back, peel off all your skin, and then, like, burn you alive.
That's no
well, not burn you, because, fire is what kills them. But, it's they basically tear off all your skin and then they eat you.
That's not fun.
The shit that, like, Slender Man does, where he puts you, like, in a, like, some raccoon skin and, like, chops you up or something like really gross like that.
I have two things I want to talk about. The first one I'm going to continue with my personal Wendigo story.
Okay.
And then
you gotta finish.
Yeah, and then also I want to talk about the thing that's we're on to talk about later. I really want to talk about the thing that scared me the most as a kid, like the ghost or whatever. But my Wendigo story was I snuck out with these two other girls that I really don't like now, but I was hanging out with them, and we were at like a park late at night, right? And then this is a time when I was just in that kind of stupid stage that everyone has to go through, and I was like drinking, and I probably shouldn't include that in the podcast.
Were you drinking at that age, really?
It wasn't that long ago. It was probably still sophomore year.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like, I didn't drink. I wasn't like a binge drinker. I would drink like
back when he was
maybe
cool,
like
Lucas.
maybe I was with the cool kids. I mean, I would maybe have the most maybe at the most 6 shots, but then again, I'm heavier. But still, it's dumb.
That's getting
out. Anyway, I was walking back to my house, and it didn't help that I was already like, the thing is, and I was like, when you're, but I was walking back to my house. They went back to their house, and I was almost home, and also I heard my mom's voice be like, Bobby, and I was like, what the fuck? Because nobody was around, and I was like, Mom, and it's like, Bobby. I was like, Mom, where are you? And she's like, Bobby. And it's like, and then next I heard my dad's voice, and he lives in Canby. Mm-hmm. And because apparently what it's said to do is, like, in front of my for some cases, they believe they manipulate your mind to get to make you think you hear their voices. And then I heard my dad say, son, come here. And he never calls me son.
Oh my god.
So, like, and I heard it, and, like, I remember, I started, like, walking quicker. I'm like, this has to be that. Then, I kept on walking, and I looked over.
Where are the voices coming from?
They were coming from, like, behind me and over at, like, behind a house over there. Like, I heard a yell. And then I started walking, and I heard, like, and I was like, okay, that's just a squirrel. That's just a squirrel. And then, I look over at the house, and it's already a sold house. And I look inside, and there was, these two, like, arms, like an arm and a leg, basically, kind of, like, standing out to the side. And I saw, like, this little, like, round thing on the side of the window, like it was peeking. And so I started running at this point, which, and then I looked over the top of a house roof, and I saw, like, this little thing, like, for half a second, and then it went, like, and it just, like, disappeared. Because the thing with Windigos is they don't move fast, they just, like, basically, they, like, do, like, jumping movements around. And then, eventually I heard, who did I hear next? Because I heard a lot of voices that night. I heard Bridget, and she was like, Bobby, stop running. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, there's no way all of them are out here, and why would they be like this? And it was, I remember Bridget was saying, Bobby, stop running. And then it got deeper. Running.
Bobby, stop running.
But I was just like, and it was like right in my ear. And I was like, fuck this. I was probably like a quarter mile from my house. And then,
sprinting. Fastest quarter mile of his
life. And I kept on hearing, like, I heard the thing, like I'll show you guys the sound later, but, like, it's like this, like, sound, and I kept on hearing all these voices from people in my family. One of them was my grandpa Cliff, and he was dead at that point, and that's when I knew that there was no way in hell that anything was resembling my family then.
Okay, but how did the Wendigos or whatever, like, get their voices?
From what I've heard, from I read online from people who said they had similar experiences, they theorize that it's, because sometimes they hear, like, if they watch too much TV, they'll hear TV characters' voices. If they connect with them, it's because it's like the way they mess with your brain and make you think you're hearing it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not actually them making the voices. Cause that's why, like, if two people are sitting next to each other, they'll both hear different things. But like I said, though, it's like a tape recording playing over and over again. And I remember that night I was so freaked out. And, like, I remember, like, that night I couldn't sleep, obviously. And, I kept on hearing, like, I heard scratching in my window at one point. And I was just like, I didn't sleep for like 3 nights straight. Really? Cause like, I remember like, I didn't tell my mom about it cause what am I supposed to say? I snuck out and I was coming back and there was this monster chasing me.
If you were actually, nah.
If I actually thought I was gonna die.
Well, no, because if you actually told her that, she'd think you're on some deeper shit.
Yeah,
that's true.
But it was the scariest moment of my life. Oh, I did want to say a completely different story about what I was terrified of as a kid.
Okay.
Like, do you guys ever, like, when you were a kid, there's always that one kid in your elementary school. This was before I went to Byram. This was a different school. I'm tired. But,
Boo.
I went to this one school, and there's always that kid that was, like, a grade above you that would tell you the horror stories, like the ghost stories.
Yeah, that's true. I remember. Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's always a kid like that.
I didn't have one.
There was one kid that, like, decided to tell me about Bloody Mary when I was in 1st grade.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, I think there was one, because I heard about that.
Because, and that was scary so bad, because the thing is, like, once you know Bloody Mary, say Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times, she appears. He didn't just tell me that. He said if you say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror, she won't just appear, she'll wait, and then when you're at sleep, she'll hire her friend, or whatever, and he comes out, and they both live in a mirror world, and he comes out and, cuts off your head while you're sleeping, and puts it into a bag, and goes back into the mirror world.
What the fuck? That's dumb.
Yeah.
You actually
that's not how it goes.
Well, I'm in 1st grade, Riley.
Still.
Riley, you're dumb. You get it.
I'd still, if someone told me that, I'd probably still believe it.
Yeah. But, like, it was, I mean, I couldn't sleep for months unless I was sleeping with my parents.
Well, you didn't even do it. That's the thing.
No, I didn't, but I was still, it's still a man coming out of my mirror.
I mean, I did it. No, I did the Bloody Mary thing.
I didn't do it till, like, a year ago.
I did not.
Did you really?
I did not do that.
It's like you have to say Bloody Mary 3 times, flush the toilets, and then circle 3 times. It's like, what is this?
Do you guys, what scared you really bad as a kid?
Oh, before that, like, I was talking to Trevor again. This is like the 3rd time I was talking about him.
Maybe we should stop hanging out with Trevor if all this shit happens.
Maybe we should just invite him to the podcast. But we're talking about the 3 Kings.
I've heard that, but I don't remember the story.
Well, we were like, we really wanted to plan to do this, but it's like you wake up at like 3 a.m. and you put like 1 chair here and then 1 to the right and 1 to the left, like facing this way. Okay. And it has to be like completely dark, whatever. And like there has to be like 1 candle lit, like in the middle, and the whole time you like sit down on it and you just stare at it, and after you have to stay there for like 20 minutes, and it's like completely dark at 3 a.m. Mm-hmm. And you'll see like to the left and the right of you, like you will kind of see like a king and a queen, and then you can ask them questions, but if they like get too mysterious, they can take you as like the Joker, and they can like send you to death and kill you.
Jeez.
So yeah, like I don't know.
That's why you would have said that actually.
Me and Trevor was like talking about it. We think it would be cool to like try to do.
If that ever happened, if that actually happened, it would be what I would do is every other question I'd say, okay, do you want me to stop?
Yeah.
Like, every question I'd be like, okay, are we done?
Do your parents know you're gay? You're like, damn it.
Riley, what scared you as a kid?
Mostly like actual.
Sit closer. You're like 5 miles away.
More like actual physical stuff.
Like people come breaking into your house and stuff like that. Homeless people.
A lot of animals, because where I was in Rhode Island,
yeah,
it was like middle woods
I didn't know you're from Rhode Island. I probably just forgot.
It's like Peter Griffin.
Really? Yeah. I don't know that either.
Well, no, but there was.
I used to love Family Guy, so.
I think they found bears in our neighborhood before. They found a lot of stuff, and we had stuff called fisher cats, creepiest things on the planet, because they're like the size of a normal cat, right? But then they just wander around at night, and every time they make a noise, it's like a screech that sounds like a baby crying. And it'll like destroy pets.
What was I gonna say? Oh, one thing I was gonna say about, because you reminded me of that when you're talking about things outside, like like animals. When I think about the Windigo, what I do now is whenever I leave my house, like past midnight, if I ever do, which I don't, but if I ever do, I always bring well, my mom doesn't listen to the podcast. I don't care. I just talk about.
That's true.
Anyways, I always bring like a whole bunch of tissues in my pocket, as well as one of those waterproof matches, because the way to if you shoot a Windigo, it paralyzes it for like, according to the theory, if you paralyze it for like 30 seconds, so you can run, but obviously they're way faster than you. But the way to actually kill Windigo is with fire.
Well, just keep on shooting them. The time will add up. To like
well, the problem is though is when one of them gets hurt, they keep on like more and more of them come. Cause they're
But they hunt like they see like separated like people who are alone. They go for that. Right?
Yeah, because the way that, like I said, the way that Wendigo are, according to theory or according to belief.
Yeah, according to theory, we're
like the scientific theory. No,
Bobby's
it's
theory.
Like not theory. I meant belief.
We want to believe that it's real, but it's like
it just doesn't follow any of our logic.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just not.
It doesn't make any sense.
But it's like a cool concept.
Yeah. The only reason I believe it is because like it could have easily been
because you had like a story that like relates.
Yeah. It could have been your brain on.
Well, no, it do that. You have to be in a lot more stuff than that. If you and plus I didn't even drink that night, so
you could have just been tired.
It was a lot more than that.
You'd be surprised what your
brain does. I've been up for 3 days straight and I didn't see anything that crazy. But like. What was this? Oh, according to belief, Wendigo were just formed by someone committing cannibalism. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the only way that could ever scientifically be true is if humans had something in them that changed your DNA when you ate them.
That's true, yeah.
And that isn't true. So, obviously, it probably was like... I don't know what it was, but there's no way I heard voices on... or even being tired.
Okay. I have a really scary story.
Okay.
So, this one time, I got a new job at this like pizza place or whatever, and I was like the security guard, okay, and so late at night, like I'd just be doing whatever, and then like I'll hear like a knock at the door, and like I'd like open the door or whatever, and it was Freddy Fazbear, dude.
Oh no!
He was coming to get me.
At first I was like, when the fuck did you work at a pizza place?
Yeah, I was like, and you're like,
and you said security guard, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Okay, like here's a real story.
A real story, okay.
It's not as creepy as yours, but let's say I was in like kindergarten, and this is like it's like close to one of the first like memories, like the very early memories I remember. But I had a dog, like a stuffed animal dog named like Doggy. He was my he was my man. But like this one night, like my bed's like up against a wall, and I remember just waking up and seeing my doggy. Well, his name's Doggy is what I called him. But he floated up, and he slowly went into the wall. And then for 3 minutes, I'm like, where the fuck is he? Because I did not know where he was.
And you didn't want to leave the room.
And so I stick my like head into the wall, and like I just remember like sharp pains or whatever. Like I don't know. I just remember like sharp pains, and then like I woke up, and then I had really Doggy next to me. But the thing was like all the fucking fur was gone, and it was skinned.
What the fuck?
I know. And I told
How old were you?
I was like kindergarten or whatever.
So it was like literally skin when you like
I go downstairs, tell my mom about it, and she's like, "You need to stop eating the fur off of Doggy," and she took it away from me.
What?
Like half it was like half skin, like half like it was just like all over the place where it was like half skin. Yeah, you know what I mean.
So I do want to say
it was like weird clumps everywhere.
I do want to say that recently it's been happening more. Well, actually not recently. Something you guys actually don't know about me probably is I've been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, which means it's the same as multiple personality. It's extremely light form because I have control over it. But when I was a kid, which my mom always thought was a spooky story, was she would come into my room, and I would always be talking to someone, but there's no one there, and I would have like vivid stories. She remembered like me telling like,
oh, you just have conversations with yourself.
Yeah, but like it's more than that. It's not just like me talking to myself.
You thought it was someone else.
No, like like when I was a kid, because I didn't have any control over it. I was with someone else, but like I still have it to this day. Where like, and I know it wasn't the voices from. I don't get like ooh booga booga booga, but booga booga. It's like sometimes I associate with other people. There actually is one of my personalities because like the way I control it is basically like making personalities in my head. Like, for certain people, like, give them names and backgrounds and stuff like that. That way I don't have, like, all this cluster of stuff. And one of them's a girl. So maybe I'm actually transsexual. No, but... Yeah, what was I going to say about the thing? I was talking... It was... One more thing I want to say about the Windigo was... Oh, this is a joke. I was going to say, how... It would have been funny if it was actually like my parents and like all my family got together. Let's prank Bobby because he's stuck out.
Yeah, your grandpa didn't even die.
He's like planned 3 years in advance. Like I'm gonna get him real good.
Next time he
this
sneaks
fucking
out.
faggot. Yeah.
What was?
I feel like I have like a lot of scary shit that's happened.
Oh, the only stuff. The only time I get like scared off stuff that isn't like in front of me, physical stuff, is every single time I watch like Ghost Adventures.
Okay, do you guys remember that Nickelodeon show Outsiders or whatever? Did you guys ever see that? It was the kids' ghost show.
Oh,
it was very obvious. It was really obviously fake. When I was a kid, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That show scared me so bad, especially the one where like they went into this place and there was this orb following them around, and then like they went into a plane and the door slammed shut. And if I watch it now, I watched it again recently, and it's so obviously fake. But like as a kid, that scared me so bad.
Like, have you guys watched Goosebumps as a kid?
Oh my god, no! I watched one, and my mom's like, "You're not watching this anymore."
I fell in love, dude. Holy shit! Like there's a cat episode.
Yes, I was about to talk about that. Yeah, I was just about to talk about that.
That
score kept on coming back or whatever.
No, and then it was like the half human, half cat, and it was like leave.
Yeah,
and like, I think I have had like one weird experience, but I was like half in the days. I was like 4 years old, and I was just walking into my room at like 10 o'clock at night. And I just see this random cat that we didn't own because we only had like a black cat, but it was like it kind of looked like Garfield, but I went to my parents. No, but I went to my parents. So I went to my parents and I said, "Do we own a orange and like yellow cat?" And they said, "No, but we used to." I'm like, "Oh god."
Oh, do you want to we should tell some like good ghost stories, like positive ones, like ones that weren't like scary, because like I have a few of them. One of them was not for me personally, but for my brother. He used to work at Arby's, and
Arby's.
But one time he was leaving at like 2 o'clock in the morning when he was done with his shift, and it was just like probably 3 weeks after my grandpa died, and him and my brother and my grandpa were really close. Me and my grandpa kind of, but my brother and him were really close because my grandpa pretty much raised him. But he was leaving Arby's, and one thing about my grandpa is he was very like, he had a very what we call black personality, where he would always talk like "yo dog" and stuff like that. But
what's poppin', babe?
Pretty much, but one time my brother's leaving Arby's and he walks out and there's this random guy just like standing in the street, and then my brother's like, "I'm not going near this guy." He gets into his car. And then my brother decides, like, you know what, I wonder if this guy's okay, because the guy looked like, it was just standing there, confused. So my brother pulls up, and he's like, "Are you doing alright?" And then the guy's like, "Are you doing alright?" And my brother said, "Yeah, I'm doing good." And then the guy, in my grandpa's exact voice, says, I'm doing okay too, dog. Don't worry about me. I'm doing good now. And it was just like, and then the guy kind of just like walked away, and my brother was really confused and he drove away. But it was just a random black guy that was standing in the middle of the street. It's probably some guy on crack. But, another one that I had is I have a ton of them with pets, where like, I always walk out all the time, almost every night when I walk out at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm thirsty and I go get water. I always see my dog that recently died. I always see her just like laying there. And I'm so used to seeing it that I just like ignore it. Halfway through getting ice, I'm like, wait a minute. So I run back and it's always gone. But last one,
just like so used to seeing it that
you're
like, oh, it's just that.
But sometimes though, like I still trip over her because she used to sit outside my door. And sometimes I go to the bathroom, I still trip over her, and I turn back and there's nothing there. But the last one I have about animals is my cat Charlie. He died really young, but he used to always sleep on my bed at night. And sometimes I'll feel the cat walking up onto my leg.
Oh God, that's scary.
And then like it lays down next to me at the spot he always lays. And then I used to be like, oh, it's just me remembering and feeling because I miss him. But one time I decided to look down and you can't see anything, but you can see like the compression because you know how cats do that pawing thing. I like was looking at my legs because that's where I felt it, and I saw it pushing down. And it wasn't like I was overtired, like woke up in the middle of the night. This was like 9 o'clock at night, which is actually kind of cool because it wasn't like it was like a bad ghost, but it was just
Yeah.
Do you guys believe that aliens come down to like check you out and then you forget in the morning? Like, have you ever seen The Fourth Kind?
No.
That movie fucked me up, my friends.
Honestly, I don't like to believe that aliens are that, not because I'm scared, but more just because like it just sounds stupid. Like, why would they care so much about us? But if you think about it, maybe we're like how we always like go down to like little like certain kind of animals. We just pick them up and inspect them.
It's true, yeah.
And drop them back off.
I'll wake up and I'll find like a scar on, like I have a scar on my stomach that I've never like even seen before, and like I'll get like cuts and bruises.
I think aliens obviously exist.
I know, but
well, yeah,
I don't know if they like fuck with us.
There's no reason there'd be like
Yeah.
Infinite amount of space, and then we're the only ones here.
Hear this?
No, Jesus Christ is our only Lord and Savior, and God does not care about those other planets. We're His main focus.
Speaking of which,
there could be a different universe where it's like heaven, and a different universe where it's like hell.
There's this fucking weird story that happened like that. It was like the mid-90s, where like there was a comet that was coming by Earth, like pretty close, and it was like a big deal, and everyone was like, "Oh, sweet." But there was this guy online that told everyone, "This is the way to heaven, and the only way to get there is to kill ourselves." So he rounded up around like 200...
Wait, is this the Kool-Aid one?
You gotta drink the
Kool-Aid.
No,
not the Kool-Aid. He rounded up like 200 people, and they all like went into this like small room, like not a small room, but like weird like rooms with like bunk beds everywhere. They all wore like robes and like Nike sneakers.
Yeah, that's the same as Kool-Aid.
That wasn't the Kool-Aid.
I know it probably wasn't the same, but that's what the Kool-Aid guy did. He wore like Nike sneakers.
Yeah.
Like that.
But he like forced everyone to drink Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it wasn't their choice.
This one, like, yeah, they all like agreed that this was the way to heaven, like to ride the comet to heaven. So they all like killed themselves over it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was I? Oh, I completely forgot about one of the ghost stories I had. Was we were on this like haunted tour or whatever, like where they have like the actors and stuff like that. And I talk about because there's this one area like outside Portland where it's like the town that's like famous for being like the ghost shows always come to this town because it's famous for like because it has a really long history.
Outside Portland.
That's where I learned Portland's known really well because of the Shanghai tunnels.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I had tons of experience in Portland with little stuff, but this one was really weird because it was the only time when I felt like a really negative spirit was, I kept on walking around and I kept on this interacting with I'm like, I don't, like, cause like, obviously it's scary in the first place, you're gonna be kind of anxious cause it's like, it's a ghost tour, but, I kept getting like this itch and I kept on like, I don't really like this, like, and I didn't ask her if we can go cause I don't want to ruin everyone's fun, but I felt like I felt really sick to my stomach, and, eventually, I kept on like my neck was really itchy on the back, and we were watching this one story of this wife who killed her husband, and afterwards I kept on like my chest hurt, everything started getting really sore, and then like the video was almost over, and I literally just like people thought I like tripped and fell back, but I felt like get pushed and I fell to the ground, and I got really dizzy and everything started getting black, and it was right when the sound of the gunshot happened in the video. And it was just really weird because, like, the rest of the night I felt so weird. Like, I didn't feel like it was myself. So I don't know. Maybe I was just overtired, because that's kind of the way you feel when you're... But it doesn't explain me falling down.
Have you ever gotten that feeling where you, like, stand up too fast, but you get, like, the blood rush to your head?
Yeah.
That's me every morning, because I wake up, like, 2 minutes before I have to leave. I always jump up out of bed, and then I'm like, okay, that was a bad decision.
No, but, like, I do it, but then I just keep walking, and that's not a great idea. Because I'm just, like, walking down the hallway, and I almost trip. My parents are like, you okay? I'm like, yeah.
Right, I realized that we're going to have the lights on when we sleep tonight.
Yeah, you think?
Speaking of Shanghai, the tunnels in Portland, in case you guys don't know, basically, it was just one of those... It was like people would go to a bar, and then they would have the trapdoor drop 10 feet, break their legs, and they'd put them out on ships, send them off to be workers or whatever. That's pretty much what Portland was famous for. That's why it's called Portland, because of the ports. But anyway... there's that one.
Smart, Bobby.
Thank you. There's that. Have you guys been to that one pizza place that? It's decent pizza. It's not that great, but there's that one big shaft that you can sit. There's this one table you can sit at. There's this huge shaft, and it's famous because like everyone that goes there has like if you just be quiet, you can always hear like the girl talking because she fell in the Shanghai tunnels. And I mean, it wasn't like a story. Like there's a report of her dying right where you sit to eat, and. It's so cool because like you can always like see writing on the wall that wasn't there before, and obviously from people, but like this place is really high up, and like you can just hear kind of like you never see anything, but you can always hear talking. I love it though. It's because you don't feel threatened because it's in like a pizza place playing music and stuff like that.
I mean, and
then the animatronics come to life at night.
Oh no! No!
Speaking of animatronics, long before Five Nights at Freddy's was the thing when I was a kid. We used to go to Chuck E. Cheese all the time. It was just the thing you did.
Oh god, I got a funny story.
I think I only went there like
But they had Chuck E. Cheese has bomb-ass pizza.
Hell yeah.
The pizza's so good.
The best thing to do at Chuck E. Cheese is mess around with the cameras.
What?
In the Chuck E. Cheese in Rhode Island, they had like cameras that would point at like...
The security cameras, you can switch routine and watch out for the animatronics coming to get you?
No, but at the Chuck E. Cheese...
Dude, those motherfuckers that used to like play music, that scared me.
Like,
no,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the animatronics.
Yeah.
Because like that's what I was about to say is that I was whenever I saw them I would scream and cry because I was like 4 or 5. They terrified me so bad. But like it was like my friends would go and see them. They're like that's scary or whatever. But I would be like completely broken down. I wouldn't.
Because you thought it was like real.
No, not because I thought it was real. Because it moved so unnaturally.
Yeah, it was like.
It would do the thing like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing where they just do that kind of thing. You know where they do the robot and their mouth didn't move along with their voices, and I thought it was so unnatural. Stop moving. I used to think it was so unnatural that I remember I would just scream and cry, and eventually the people there, instead of being annoyed, luckily we got the good manager that day, because there's 2 managers the one I went to, and one of them was a complete asshole, and the other one was really nice. And we got the really nice manager, and she asked one of the workers there to go into we went into the ladies' room, because again, I was like 4, and one of the girls, she wasn't the one that I was watching the animatronic, but they had her put on a costume, and they went to the back, and she like took off the mask or whatever and showed that it was just a normal person on the inside. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, that was terrifying me at first because my mom walks me to the bathroom and then has the animatronic come in after me. But, you know, I heard about my mom the whole time and stuff, but that was, I mean, honestly, to this point, I still am scared of animatronics, not because of the Five Nights at Freddy's game. Wait, you weren't here when you were watching it. We were watching Markiplier's mom play Five Nights at Freddy's, and Jared for how much he's always made fun of Five Nights at Freddy's. He's like, it's not scary, it's dumb, it's not scary. And even if it's a dumb game, like there was like it was the original game with like the stupid jump scares, and then one of them went off, and it wasn't even that loud, and Jared like sitting over is like he like does this huge jump.
I mean, I did one of those jumps, but it was on like. It was like
no, you're.
I wanted to get into Five Nights at Freddy's, but I just didn't.
I can't get into stuff like that.
I just didn't like it.
I loved it.
I watched the Markiplier thing because my friend told me about it. I didn't even know who he was. I really didn't.
That's how I found Markiplier was.
I didn't like him at the time either. When I watched that video, I didn't think it was scary.
Well, because
I tried to watch other videos about it, and I was like, this sucks.
The first time I ever watched Markiplier was I watched him back when I was watching PewDiePie's Happy Wheels. Like, when it was, like, episode 12 or whatever. And I remember I saw Markiplier Man too, because there's my suggestions. I'm watching him, like, and I was young, and I'm like, I can't stand this guy. I hated him, so I didn't ever watch him again. And then my friend Alex Vega, he showed me him again, and I actually really liked him. And then Honestly, at this point, I still watch some of their content, but
I don't.
It's hard.
I'm not. I am autistic, you know? Everyone's a little.
Sometimes their content's okay. It's just hard because they make videos every single day, and they just aren't funny anymore.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, who's ever watching, if you want to see some cringy, weird shit, just go to my favorites, and you'll have a good night. Because I spent,
I'll put it in the description.
I spent 3 years working on that, just finding weird shit on YouTube and adding it. There's a lot of weird stuff, and it's just funny. A little bit. You know the video of the deaf guy kissing his grandma? Yeah, we watched it. We watched it
at Jack's house.
We watched it on Halloween.
God, that was so gross because he kissed her on the lips. He started making out with her.
But the thing is, he can't hear himself, so he doesn't know what's up.
Yeah, so basically the video, I'll explain it. The guy they wasn't at the cemetery, couldn't hold her anymore.
Yeah,
something like that. So they dig up her body or whatever, and I think it was fake. What? But still, it wasn't fake. Okay. But they dig up her body and if he does it for a video, he takes off the casket and it's a rotted dead body. You still see the hair and stuff like that.
It looks like Yoda.
It looks worse than Yoda. I'd rather bang Yoda than that.
And he just goes up and
first he kisses on the forehead.
Yeah.
And then he keeps on advancing and he's he puts his hands on each one of her shoulders and he starts making out with her.
It's what the fuck?
God. First of all, it wasn't a live grandma that's disgusting. But then you do a dead grandma.
Speaking of Jack's house, we did the Ouija board.
Yeah.
Even though all the girls were no, that's scary. We're okay.
Apparently it's sacrilegious. That's why Ainsley didn't like it.
It was funny though because we're just.
I'm not totally
we weren't even taking it seriously.
I know. I did start to get a little bit annoyed because everyone that wasn't with they're ooh. So but it was every 2 seconds. I'm I want to actually do one question.
We do how will I die? And then we'd just put I cup and we'd just laugh.
That's pretty good.
No,
Jack was pissed though.
No,
he wasn't that bad.
I think he got really mad at Ethan because Ethan kept yelling and Jack was trying to do it serious.
Fuck
Riley, knock knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Hey Bobby, knock knock.
Who's there?
The end of the podcast. Thanks for watching, you guys. Love you.
What a segue.
Faggots.